So let's talk about the 5 I's. That's why they're important. The first I, number 1, is your intentional spending plan, or ISP. This is something that I share with you where I tell you, basically it's this: a method of making sure you live below your means and assign a task to every dollar. What does that look like? Well, I've shared with you before my 70-10-10-10 plan, right? Where you live on 70% of your take-home pay, but then you give specific missions to the remaining 10s. Number 1, 10. You save. You pay yourself first. The second 10, you invest. That's the minimum. The third 10, you put toward your debt snowball so that you accelerate the process of getting out of debt. So in your 70 over here where you have your debt payments, then you're going to just assign minimum payments to everything, and then this third 10 here is gonna go on top of the smallest debt, and that's going to start your debt snowball. And you bang away at that till it's gone, and you move on to the next one and the next one and the next one in succession. I have plenty of videos that show how that process works. The other thing about that is it makes sure you don't run out of money before you run out of month. How many times have you been in that situation? I know I have, where it's like the second week in the month and I'm already out of money. I got my last paycheck and it's spent. And I got to somehow get to the next paycheck 2 weeks later into the next month and figure out how to make that work. That's no fun. When that happens, you bang up your anxiety. So you want to make sure that your intentional spending plan is in place. You're allocating every dollar to a task to make sure that it's being spent well. So the moment you create that intentional spending plan, you stop reacting and you start creating and dictating how your future is going to be. And that's a much less stressful position to be in. All right. The second I is that old friend, the IRS. Yes, the government. When the government comes for your money, they want their money. The best way to keep them away from your money is to get some brains. Like my father said, if you don't have brains, buy brains. Get yourself a CPA, a tax specialist, people who are informed in these areas, who are experts, and they can teach you the best strategies to put in place to make sure that you are minimizing your tax burden and you are availing yourself of every legal means you have to give the government as little money as possible. As you get more sophisticated and your wealth grows, you'll learn more ways to do that. For instance, this little gem that rich people use, buying real estate to make sure that they pay zero income tax. You're probably not there yet, but as you grow in your abilities, your income, and your means, your knowledge will grow, and you will learn how to position yourself so that you don't have to pay taxes. So you're going to use deductions, you're going to use credits, you're going to use investment vehicles that lessen your tax burden. Remember what Warren Buffett said. Him and his friends pay a lower tax rate, 15%, than his secretary. I call that Mitt Romney money. Remember when he ran for president and it was revealed that he paid that low tax rate? That is because he chooses to gain his income by means of his investments. And when you learn that, when you master that, your tax rate goes way down, and the earned income is what really gets banged. All the people out there working for their money, trading their time for money, that's what gets banged. You really want to master your investment income, your passive income that comes in, because that's where you really get your lowest savings. So, bottom line, the difference between guessing about your taxes and knowing about your taxes can be thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands of dollars, and possible jail time. So make sure you master that I. The third